Joining us now is Dr. Vin Gupta, a pulmonologist and NBC News medical contributor. Dr. Gupta, good evening. Good to see you.
Good evening, Joshua. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, too. Let me begin, before we get to some audience questions, with your thoughts on the nature of what we saw on Wednesday, particularly its potential to be a super spreader event. It seems like it's almost certain to be that.
Well, symbolically, Joshua, obviously, from just purely the medical public health lens, clearly sends the wrong message. You actually saw elected officials not masking in close quarters with their colleagues when they were sheltering in place. Obviously, you saw a lot of Americans demonstrating the worst type of behavior, rioting, shouting unmasked in close quarters. So this is invariably going to be a super spreader event, and we just need to be prepared to deal with the consequences. For those Congress men and women that might have been exposed, I'm sure their staffs are on it, but certainly getting tested is going to be really vital to make sure that they are safe, and probably serial testing in this coming week ahead. I'd say getting tested now if they haven't already gotten tested, and a few days later, just because we know that with COVID-19's incubation period, things can rear their head a few days after exposure, anywhere from 3 to 7 days. So they should get serially tested in these next few days.
Let's dive into some audience questions about COVID and the vaccine, starting with a video question. Here's what Alan wants to know.
This is Alan Larson from Dunwoody, Georgia. Does vaccination against COVID-19 or recovery from the disease stop the transmission? Should those people continue to wear masks? Thank you.
Thank you, Alan. Doctor?
Absolutely wear masks, and absolutely continue to socially distance, other infection control measures for the foreseeable future until we learn more about the vaccine and whether it can stop transmission in its tracks. Right now, we do not know that for sure. So even if you've gotten vaccinated, it's important to continue to be vigilant.
And for that matter, just because you are vaccinated against a virus doesn't mean that may mean that you can't get sick. It doesn't mean the virus can't get into your body. So I think theoretically, you could still carry it to someone else, even if it doesn't make you sick, right?
Well, that's the big open question. Right now, we don't know whether or not you can still get infected and unwittingly spread this virus to others, even if you're protected from the worst impacts of COVID-19. So that's the outstanding question here, Joshua. Can you actually get infected and asymptomatically spread this virus? Even with the vaccination, we don't know. So it's important to be vigilant until we know for sure.
Before I get to the next question, I just want to be clear that the advice you're getting from Dr. Gupta is based on the best knowledge we have at the moment. That could change based on what we learned. And of course, nothing will substitute for the advice of your doctor for your specific situation. So your mileage may vary. With that said, let's get to a question from Mike in Arizona. Mike asks, I'm actually terrified living in Arizona, the anti-mask capital of the world. I'm in year 6 of multiple myeloma. My wife died tragically 3 years ago. No family, no kids. I'm age 61, was a lifelong public servant. I think my age puts me in the 4th vaccine group. Not thrilled, as my immune system is severely compromised. I'm close to despondent, no friends close by. My dogs are all I have. Any advice on my multiple myeloma related to COVID would be greatly appreciated. My cancer is stable, not progressing, but kidneys not doing well. IV immunoglobulin treatments. Thank you. So, Dr. Gupta, it sounds like we've got a few things going on. One is an environment where people are not really wearing masks consistently. 2 is a lack of other family members to provide support to Mike, depending on how his condition may improve or worsen. And then some medical conditions, multiple myeloma, and then kidney issues. What would you say to him?
There's a lot going on, and so first and foremost, the feeling of loneliness and isolation, we don't, I think, talk enough about. And so that's I'm certainly hearing that from a lot of my patients. I'm hearing that right now. We need to make sure local and state elected officials need to make sure that we have wraparound services in place for those who are most vulnerable to, say, the impacts of food insecurity, and you name it. Isolation is a risk factor for ill health, and so these are really important issues that we're bringing to the fore. What I will say here, from a purely medical standpoint, just to clarify, in this particular case, this individual meets the 1C criteria, so they're in so-called Tier 1C. Which because they have a high-risk condition, multiple myeloma, on medication. So I would hope that they will actually qualify for the vaccination sooner than they think, maybe potentially in this next month, because we're seeing governors across the country broaden who is eligible for the vaccine to increase the speed of rollout. So I'm hoping actually that we can exceed expectations here and get this individual vaccine the next month or so, given the rapid pace of change.
A few more quick questions before we're out of time. Joy asks, has there been any research as to what physiological factors might cause some people to be asymptomatic?
I'll answer this quickly. If you're otherwise younger, so that's number one, and have no pre-existing conditions, those are kind of the top two. We don't know if there's a genetic predisposition to having a worse outcome or a better outcome if you're infected with COVID-19. That's still, the jury's out there. And then what we do know is that men predominantly have worse outcomes than women, but there's still a lot to learn on this specific question.
And one more question. We're not going to play the soundbite, but one viewer asks why there's such a variation in filling the vials in terms of the number of doses in each vial. Before we go.
You know, it's very common that sometimes these vaccine vials can have up to 7 doses, even if we think they only have 5. That's not error. That's not manufacturing error. It's just a common variation. And what you're seeing now is actually pharmacists using all the vials, all the doses in a vial, regardless of whether it's 5 or whether it's 7.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.